today. I am Mark Mallory, Mayor of the great city of Cincinnati. Board members, I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to the TRAC board today about Cincinnati's proposed streetcar system. As you know, our streetcar system will connect our two largest job centers, downtown and the University Hospital area. It will help redevelop several Cincinnati neighborhoods, paving the way for new development, new businesses, new housing, and new residents. I come before you today to ask you to approve the $36.8 million in TRAC funding that you recommended for our project in December, and to fulfill your $15 million commitment that you previously approved and awarded. I make this request because our project is the best transportation project in the state of Ohio. That statement is based on your own analysis. Last year, under the impartial, merit-based TRAC scoring system, the city of Cincinnati scored 84 out of a possible 100 points, higher than any other project in the state. Now that comes as no surprise. It had been the highest scoring project in 2009 as well. Our streetcar project did not just score well with the TRAC process. Those who make transportation decisions have consistently approved our proposed streetcar. The Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana Regional Council of Governments approved $4 million in CMAQ funding for our project. Cincinnati's Transit Authority, SORTA, has agreed to be the operator of the system. And the Federal Transit Administration has approved $25 million in the form of the Urban Circulator Grant for our project. This is on top of 14 studies that have been completed over the last 12 years that say that building a streetcar is the best strategy for spurring economic development in Cincinnati. Time and again, our streetcar project has received approval because it's a solid project, a project that is projected to have a 14-to-1 economic development impact. I don't know of any other project that has such a significant impact. Now, I'm here to request that you approve the recommended $36.8 million that was for our project based on your application review process, and that you maintain the $15 million commitment that you've already made. Those of you who may not be aware that the TRAC process was created in 1997 to establish an objective process for awarding transportation funding and to take the politics out of the decisions that are being made. I voted for that bill as a member of the Ohio House of Representatives, and as a matter of fact, I lent my name to the bill. The TRAC project application guidelines describe a major new project as one that increases mobility, provides connectivity, increases the accessibility of a region for economic development, or reduces congestion. Our project does all of those things. We followed your guidelines in submitting our application for funding. We followed the process that was laid out. We submitted all the documentations to prove that our project fit your qualifications. And when judged by those guidelines, we scored higher than any other project. Now, I want to thank you for laying out such a transparent and rigorous process. It allows cities to know exactly what the factors are that will be used to judge the merits of transportation projects in the state of Ohio. That's why I'm troubled to hear through published media reports that you may be considering eliminating funding for our project. At this point, to arbitrarily decide to ignore the recommendations that are based on your objective scoring system would raise serious questions about the legitimacy of the entire TRAC process. It is reported that there are limited funds available for many projects. However, if the total amount of funds recommended for TRAC funding needs to be reduced, I would suggest that the #1 project not take the brunt of the cuts. Rather, it would make more sense to cut the lower-rated projects, or, to be even more fair, to make proportional cuts to all of the projects on the list. Now, we all know that the state of Ohio faces challenges. We know that Ohio's economy has been hit hard by the recession. The state budget and city budgets across our state are facing serious shortfalls. We can't reverse those trends simply by using the same strategies that we have used in the past. I believe it's important to grow. It's important to innovate. We must invest in new types of transportation infrastructure. We all share the same goals. We want to see economic development. We want to see businesses choose to move to Ohio. We want to see our young people decide to stay in Ohio after they graduate and build their careers and raise their families here in the Buckeye State. That's why we're building a streetcar in the city of Cincinnati. We're building it to help transform our city by giving developers a reason to invest in our central city and to give citizens, especially young professionals, reasons to choose to live in Cincinnati. The streetcar is going to lead to more businesses, more jobs, more housing, and more residents in Cincinnati. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I respectfully ask you to approve the recommendations made in December to provide $36.8 million in TRAC funding for the Cincinnati Streetcar and to maintain the $15 million reward that has previously been committed. I will end by saying that there's been some conversation about the language that was added to the transportation bill. I will remind all of you that bill doesn't go into effect until July 1st. Today is April the 12th. I would ask you to follow today's law. Current law does not prohibit you from granting money for the Cincinnati Streetcar. Thank you very much.
Our next